Welcome to another edition of the Mav Caw Show. I'm Mav.
I'm Carl. Howdy, howdy.
We hope you guys are having a great night. We're sorry for being gone for so long. We had some family issues and things to take care of.
I didn't. I was on vacation.
Well, I had family stuff to handle. So,
Yeah.
we got a great show for you tonight, though. Thanks to a view of ours, Miss Spooky Bear 77 sent us some of her ghost pictures, Call.
Yes.
And they're pretty good.
Oh, yeah. She always has good pictures.
Yeah.
Dude,
Creepy.
she has more pictures than that.
Oh, yeah.
She has a lot more pictures than that.
Yeah, creepy stuff.
Yeah.
But some of these are a little frightening.
Yeah. There's a couple of them I was like, whoa.
Yeah. You look at them, you're like, holy hell.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what's been happening here in our house. The other day, I dropped Call off at work.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
I forgot about that.
It was about 7 o'clock in the morning or so.
Yeah.
And about, I don't know, 9 or 10 maybe, somewhere in there. I was doing something, and my daughter was talking to me, and she said, "No, Dad,
Call.
yeah, he's upstairs." I said, "What? No, he's not. I dropped him off." "No, Dad, I woke up a little while ago, and when I woke up, he was walking through my room into his room." And I said, "Well, okay." So I came upstairs, and lo and behold, there was no Call. And
Okay, so that throws me off, man, because look, I'm going to tell you guys another story real quick, and then we'll get to the pictures.
Mhm.
So, two of my kids, when they were 5 years old, and they were 5 years old at different times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both could see me
I remember this.
and
Yeah.
hear me at home when I wasn't home. And one time I was holding my daughter.
Yeah.
And she was real little. She was younger than 5. She was probably 3 or 4. She was able to talk,
Right.
And she said, "Daddy, what are you doing over there?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was holding her. And I was like, "What do you mean over there?" She kept pointing by the doors that said I was standing there.
Right.
And then my nephew, I remember when he was little, he had a little ghost guy that he saw from time to time.
Yeah.
And he said he dressed like, he had like a trench coat and everything.
Mhm.
And he had a hat that said Pizza Heaven.
Hmm.
And his name was Stan Coven. And he said he looked like me. He told my mom, he's like, "He looked like Uncle David." And now your daughter's seeing me walking through when I'm not home.
Right.
I'm starting to think that, because remember I said I got something that follows me.
They mimic.
I got a mimic, dude. Like that's crazy. Like that's 4 different kids now
Yeah.
that have seen me while I was not home.
Right.
And heard my voice and all kinds of stuff, and it was just as real as they are looking at me whenever I'm actually there,
Yeah. She was pretty adamant that.
That I was home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Oh, and then so I wrote down the name Stan Coven, and I'm looking at it, and I was like, no way. So Stan is Stan.
Yeah.
Just add an A and an S to that, you got Satan's Coven. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I can imagine, but my daughter was pretty adamant that Call was up here in this bedroom. So he wasn't.
Right.
He was at work, but yeah, that was.
Hey, my dad too. My dad has heard my voice.
Yeah.
And heard me coughing in my room when I was not home. I hadn't been home for like 2 days at the point in time.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I thought you was in your room." He has messaged me and was like, Are you in your room?" And I was like, "No, I'm over at, old boy's house." And he's like, "Oh, I just heard you in there."
Well, do you have any rules when it comes to haunting?
What do you mean?
Okay, like I have one rule. Okay, and only one. If I go into a haunted place or something happens, is if it says my name, I'm gone.
Because see,
to me that's a personal thing.
I don't It depends. It depends on how I feel after I hear it.
Right.
Like, I've heard my name, but wasn't scared.
Right.
And then I've heard my name, and it was the most frightening thing in the world.
Right. That's what
You
I'm
know?
saying, though. I mean, when they use your name, that's a personal
Mm-hmm.
thing,
Yeah.
and to me, that's not something that.
I'm usually out the room when they say, come here. Hey, come here. Come over here. You know,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
oh, God, man, dude.
Yes.
And yes, I have
Absolutely.
heard that before. Or when they shush me.
Right.
I was walking past my friend's door one time. This was a long time ago, probably 20-something years ago. I was walking by and they was like, shh. And I was like, what the hell? And then my friend turned around, was like, you all right? And I was like, yeah, I just heard somebody. They was like, did they shush you? And I was like, yeah. They said, we'll go outside. And we went outside. They was like, you can't go in the house. They don't like you. I was like, what? I was like, who? It was like the ghost. But I did end up going back there. And it was pretty weird because one day I was standing in their kitchen and you could see the reflection behind you. There's the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
So if you turn around and look at the hallway, there's a door. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you look in the reflection, there's another door with a different door handle.
Right.
And I was like, what's up with this reflection? They was like, I never noticed that before. And so I went and I looked in that room and the dimensions were off. Like there's a whole big space
Right.
where there could be another room. I was like, y'all should tear that wall down. see what's in there, you know?
Yeah. See, that's
It was one of them Civil War houses.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
got nothing but Civil War memorabilia.
Yep.
And it was, the house itself was like they had wounded people in there and
Yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah.
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 So I
they
was
they
like,
used it
wow,
as a
dude.
a medical site. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty wild, man.
So now we're on to Miss Spooky Bear 77's pictures.
The pictures.
Yes. So this first one is 2 consecutive. Here in this one here, it's just a pretty green open field at night.
Yeah, no
know.
fog.
Yeah. There's nothing around. They were going down a back road, and it was a clear night, and everything was hunky dory. They didn't notice
Yeah, weather
anything.
conditions was
Yeah,
fine.
it was perfect, as you can see. And then she took a picture a couple seconds after the one I just showed you, and this is what's in it. So, Caw, you can see that face, right?
Yeah, I definitely can, dude. Like that. I honestly, I see a few. When this picture right here, I see a few things. The very first thing is I noticed the face that you noticed.
Right.
On the right hand side there. It looks like a kind of a goblin-y looking face. He got like either a pointy ear or a horn or something.
Yep.
And you can see his eyes, and he looks like he has a slit for a smile, you know?
Yeah.
But then I looked at it more, and I kind of saw a horse. So if you look to the left of that face, it looks like a horse's head. Like you can see the hole where the eye would be and the hole where the nose would be. But also, it looks like 2 different faces.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's exactly what I was going to say. Yes.
it's like the more I look at it, the more different it becomes. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's a little. That's crazy.
So, I guess I mean I'm not sure where they were. I don't know if they was around anything or, like I said, she said they were on a back road. Just it's kind of creepy. Of course, it's nighttime.
Right.
And that's what came out. But I really don't think I'd go down that back road again.
I would. I would. I definitely would.
Yeah. I mean, we'd have to just to see.
To get the pictures
just to
stuff,
see. See if there's something around. This next one, I call it. I mean, I call it ghost face because I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah, all I see is a face.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can tell his mouth is open. You can see that. I mean, his mouth is pretty open.
Yeah, but on the right though, what's that on the right?
I don't know. Maybe a doorway or something that was. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But that is a creepy picture.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think that would. It kind of looks like he's screaming.
Yeah, it does. Like, wow.
Yeah, yeah. It kind of looks like he's screaming or something. But wherever that was taken, that would freak me out. It's just weird looking, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that one.
yeah, me either. Me either. Well, in this first pick, you can
Yeah,
see it's daylight,
just a normal day.
just a normal day. There's nobody around, nothing going on. There's her new car, and it's a nice car.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see there's no one else around. Um, then we're gonna zoom in here, and you can clearly,
Like, who the hell is that even, man?
like, who was standing in
There's
the yard?
definitely a reflection of a person right there. You can see their shirt, you can see their head, their pants,
their arms, the pants, and
everything. They're kind of bent a little bit.
yeah, there was as you've seen, there was nobody in the picture.
Yeah.
But the reflection shows somebody. That's a little creepy.
Yeah, dude. It's like, how? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, like you don't see it with the naked eye, but the reflection shows it.
Right. I mean, and you can't debunk that to being something else because there is nothing else in the picture.
No, there's a person there.
And that reflection indicates that they were pretty close to the car.
Yeah, or I would say within a good 5-10 feet.
Right.
Because he looks close up. And I mean, that's...
Yeah, that's clear. That's clearly a person.
You can even see it in the bumper, the wheel well. You can see another picture of him.
Oh, wow, yeah. I didn't even notice that one. Yep, you sure can.
Yeah. So something was going on.
It looks like their arm is extended.
Yeah. Yeah, she did say that they kind of live in a haunted neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could have been something to do with whatever was around, or maybe something just kind of walking around, or someone, maybe even a loved one or something, checking on her. You never know.
Could be.
To
me, it reminds me of somebody bending over in another trunk of another car getting groceries or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like grabbing them out of the trunk. That's why they're bent over. That's just what it reminds me.
Yeah, like he was checking something or doing something. Yeah, but he wasn't getting anything out of the trunk of the car because he was 5 or 10 feet away.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean though. It's like trunk of another.
Yeah, he was busy doing something. Yeah, that's crazy.
I guess even in the afterlife, you got chores, man.
Right, exactly.
Oh, that sucks to know.
Get this clean. But yeah, I mean that's a cool pick, especially when there's no one there.
Right.
That'd be kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
All right, our next awesome pick. She said it was about 2 a.m. in the morning, and she was awake or whatever, and she was on the porch or something, and she kept feeling like something was staring at her. So she was snapping pictures, and that's what showed up.
Yeah.
I mean, you could clearly see someone standing there.
Yeah, there's definitely a person there.
Yeah, because that's...
Now, are they in the car or are they standing outside?
It seems to me they're standing because you can see
their body. So if they're standing there, then...
Yeah, you can see the body.
They're pretty short.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the body. I mean...
Yeah, I definitely see. I see hands and everything. I totally see it.
So they weren't inside the car. It's not like you're just seeing there, but
Well, yeah. Now that I see it
yeah, you
closer,
can kind of see. I'm thinking maybe a kid.
and it looks old school, man. Because if you look, man, it looks like he's wearing suspenders.
That I can't tell. The
And
picture's
we
too
are
black.
in the little country area.
Yeah.
I totally see suspenders.
Yeah.
And
It's
he's got
so.
his hands like this or something.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really pixelated. It's hard to tell, but you can just see the silhouette of a person.
Yeah, it looks like a kid to me, a little boy.
Yeah. It's something. I mean, that's kind of freaky to see at 2 a.m. You know.
Right.
Um. That's that. That's just a little weird, I think. Now, in this next picture,
Mm-hmm.
she was making lunch and she was standing in the kitchen and she saw something like a shadow or something dart out the corner of her eye into her room. She heard the footsteps. She was home alone by herself. So she started taking pictures again. I believe her house is haunted too, she said. So,
Oh, it's definitely haunted.
is it?
I've been over there, dude, and like you can feel presences. And I didn't really see nothing, but like I heard a couple things walking
Yeah.
in the grass and stuff like that. But I kind of dismissed it like it was maybe an animal I couldn't see because it was
Right.
dark out, you know.
Right.
But you never know, man. You
Um,
never know. But
so
yeah, I definitely could feel something over there.
she started taking pictures, and
What's that one?
that's what she came up with.
Oh yeah,
Something peeking around the corner at her.
yeah, and it's sinister looking. And I
Yes,
see,
it's very sinister looking.
I see two of them in there. There's that one that's peeking, and right below it, it looks like a little girl with long blonde hair.
Yeah, that I don't see.
I totally do. Here, look, right there.
Yeah, it's so pixelated. It's hard to tell.
I see it, but then my imagination when I look at stuff though too. Like I got an artistic mind, so like I see stuff differently than some people.
Yeah, this one does not look like it's friendly or nice.
Yeah, definitely not.
You know, that one truly has kind of a macabre look.
Hey, let me see something real fast.
That's a little creepy looking for me.
I see a dude with long hair and a mustache and beard.
Yeah, it's so pixelated. I mean,
not in the part that's circled. It's to the right of it.
Yeah, yeah. But the part that's circled is very creepy.
Dude, you don't see that you don't see that little girl.
No.
Like you can't see her face; it's blacked out. But like that's her hair. This is her shoulder and her arm.
No.
Her little shirt. See how it comes down, and then her leg.
No, I don't see it.
I totally see that, dude. I totally see it.
Yeah, that I see.
Yeah, that I see too.
That's sinister's a good word. You know, Carl really hit it on the head with that word.
Yeah, he looks sinister.
Yeah, he does.
That is insane, dude. I see a few things.
Yeah,
in this
there's
picture.
That's a really good picture.
I see a little girl standing there. She looks like she's holding a teddy bear.
Yeah, but you got to remember you're looking at a black pixelation, which your brain is going to tell you, okay, this is what it looks like. But you know what I'm saying? But that is not pixelated. That is a face. Yeah,
I see the face, but I see it. I see both of them. It's like he's looking at. It's like he's looking at you, being like this one's mine. Talking about the little girl that I see, you know, like this one's mine. You can't have her. Get away.
Yeah. Yeah, that. I mean, I can even zoom in on the face. That is absolutely.
Oh wow.
That is absolutely insane. So I will.
Wait a minute. Which part of the face is that? That's the whole face?
That's his nose, his eyes.
Oh, I
There's
see it
his
now.
hairline, his forehead. That's just absolutely.
It looks crazy zoomed in like that.
Yeah, it does. I'll see if I can zoom it in for you guys.
Holy cow, dude.
Yeah, that's a little creepy. especially when you zoom it in like that. You know,
Wow.
yeah, that was a really good picture. So now we are to this last picture, which is great. I think this is probably
Yeah.
as good, if not really, really better than the one I just showed you.
Yeah. This one and the last one are like the best ones, I think.
So she was at her neighbor's house for what was called a summer ween party. And she's sitting by herself at the table, and she feels like something was watching her. So she decided she was going to take a couple pictures. And what she got, according to her and her cousins, they kind of relate it to her aunt that passed away because it's what it reminds them of. Um, so here's the picture, and you guys tell us what you think. And you can see it, Call.
Yeah. I definitely see it.
There's no denying that.
See, I met the aunt, and let me see that.
Mm-hmm.
I met the aunt, and I'm not sure if that to me looks like her or not, but it's definitely a person.
See
And
now,
if you look close, spooky look. If you look close, it looks like their mouth was slit. Like,
see now for me,
you know what I mean? Like it's.
I haven't seen her aunt in years, multiple, like well over a decade, and so it's hard for me to speak to that, but I can clearly see a face.
Oh yeah, there is definitely a face there. You can see the nose, the lips, the eyes, the hairline,
Right.
the facial structure, everything. Yeah, I see all that, but I see, like I said, I see like it's like a slit or
Yeah,
something.
it's kind of hard to tell what but I mean, this is a definitive face. You can absolutely see it.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know, um, I love
Wow,
the
dude, look.
what.
There's one below it too. Look, there's the nose, eyes, mouth, side of the face, cheek, jawline, top of the head. You see it?
No.
You don't see that.
Mm-mm.
I totally do.
I mean,
It looks similar to the top one.
hold on. Do you mean I?
No,
Oop.
here's the other side of the pin.
I.
No, that's one eye.
See, that
Here,
looks like
look.
two to me.
And here's the other eye. Here's the nose. Here's the lips. Here's the chin. Here's the side of the face.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's like a side profile, not a side, but like a tilted profile.
Yeah, I'm not.
And here's the forehead, the top of the head.
It looks like two
Here's
in
the
one.
cheekbone.
That's what it looks like to me. But yeah,
Yeah, look underneath that face you circled.
that's
spooky. I see another face. I think you'll see it when you look at. I don't know. Tell us what you guys think. I see two faces. I see the one that's circled, and I see right under the circle, in the bottom part of the window. I see another one. It's like it's looking that way.
right. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Like I said, especially in pixelation and black. Unfortunately, shadow.
Yeah.
It pixelates really bad when you start zooming in on stuff. But sometimes you get lucky, like the face where it's circled. You can see it. There's no denying that.
Right.
Like that's not even you can't say that's not there because it is. But yeah, I mean, we love good, good stories to go with the pictures and
good quality pictures too.
Yeah. And I mean, if you guys have any, send them to us. We would love to use them and tell your guys' stories too.
Definitely.
Yeah, you know, we're gonna have to start doing our phone interviews here with people too,
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
because they can come on and
Dude, I
tell their
wish we could
stories.
just set up a landline, man, and leave a phone number. You
Right,
know, like,
right. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna have start letting people tell their own stories too. I think that'd be cool.
yeah,
Um, because Carl and I, we try to tell our stories as well, and
right. I mean,
everybody loves hearing
I
them.
got a
But
story from last night. I spent the night somewhere, and I was watching their kids, and while they was at work, their kids were all in bed, and I fell asleep before they got home, and the door was open, and where the door meets the door jamb,
mhm,
you could see there was a crack.
yeah,
Man, I kept getting the spookiest feeling, dude, and I felt like I was being watched.
mhm,
And a couple times I looked over, I could have swore like it was too dark to tell though. But you know how when you see a white face in the darkness, you can barely see it, but you could see it.
mhm,
Dude, I could
yeah.
swear somebody was looking through this crack at me, dude. Like,
But like it was darker than the dark.
yeah, and
Yeah,
and I know it wasn't her kids because her kids are short.
right,
Okay, and this was like more towards the top of the door,
right,
like an adult size, and like her kids are real little,
yeah,
like as tall as my hip.
yeah.
So, dude, man, I should have busted out my phone and tried to. I didn't. It was real late at night though. You know what I mean? So like, I was tired.
Yeah, I
I've been
understand.
tired for days. That's another reason why we ain't really been podcasting. I've been so tired. I've been beat from work, and
Yeah, and like I said,
and then I've been watching kids and
yeah,
stuff. And
I've had to deal with family issues this week, so
yeah.
we apologize for the delay. Sometimes life takes over,
Mm-hmm.
but we are really excited to start getting interviews and things like that.
Yeah. And if we get more people, subscribers like Spooky Bear, that will actually send us stuff and a little story with it,
Mhm.
we'll make a podcast about it and we'll talk
Yeah,
about it,
yeah,
and like
absolutely.
and then plus we'll probably have some more stories of our own to share if anything has happened,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I
Uh,
was here. I think it was yesterday by myself for a little while. Or no, it was Friday. It was Friday. I was here for a little while by myself in the evening. Nothing. No noise. No.
well, probably because they followed me out of here. I wasn't home.
Well,
But then again, if your daughter saw me here
I mean, that's
and
what
I
I'm
wasn't
saying.
here, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I came up here and there was no car in the room, so it was what it was. But, um, yeah, I was here for about an hour and a half by myself. There was nothing.
yeah.
My
I mean,
dogs.
sometimes it's like that for me too. Like
Yeah, because I've
I'll
got
be
four
chilling,
dogs.
and nothing happens. It's not active 24/7 for me.
Yeah, I mean, I've
You
got
know.
the dogs, and dogs. They will
Oh,
inform you
they'll alert you.
quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
None of them move. They right there with me. So, um, especially my little Chihuahua who will bark at a leaf.
Yeah.
You know,
The leaf fell too hard.
right, exactly. But yeah, we would love for you guys to get involved and tell us your stuff, and uh, hopefully, in the next few days also. I'm trying to get us to go out again, and
Yeah,
with
that'd
our
be cool.
cameras and stuff. You guys are. I hope you. I'm not even gonna tell you about it because I really want you guys to be surprised. You're gonna love it. I promise. It might be longer than 30 minutes, a little bit.
Oh yeah, I know
But
what
you
you're
guys are
talking
gonna
about.
love it.
I was confused. I'm like, what are you talking about?
um,
Hey, and even if you guys don't have, if you have just a scary story,
mhm.
you don't have to have pictures. But if you got a scary story that you think will send chills down our spines, go ahead and share it with us. And we'll tell it. We'll say it word for word how you type it to us.
Yeah.
And I think that would be pretty cool. Get you just we want to hear people's stories, man.
Yeah,
Because
we
like we
love
know
stories.
we know we ain't crazy. We know there's things that are out there.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know.
And if you want to send us a story, you can do it on our Facebook page through the messenger.
It's funny when people laugh at me about it. They
Yeah.
laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they're all the same.
Or you can use our email, mavandcaw@yahoo.com.
Yahoo!
Right. And you can send pictures, you can send stories, video, whatever you guys want to feel like sending us through the messenger or the email. You're more than welcome to. And we will see you guys later.
See ya.